My name is Glenroy Hippolyte, and today we are doing an interview with Mr. Ronnie Isidore, and he's the UWP's candidate for the Mahaut constituency in this year's general elections. Good morning, Mr. Isidore.
Good morning.
And I'd just like to start by doing a brief bio of you. We know that you are from Mahaut, and we just want to know who your parents.
Alright, I'm the son of Charles Isidore and Winnie Isidore, deceased from Mahaut.
What's about you're trying to go to previous employment Dominica?
Okay, prior to leaving for the States to study, I did 2 years teaching at St. Mary's Academy, and then on my return to Dominica, I worked basically in the human resource management area. I did some work with mapping, telecoms, Fortune Hotel, OD Brisbane. I've been consulting and doing training and development work through NDFD with several businesses around the country, and I also do a little bit of teacher training and youth development training.
Wow, that's a full load. So what school did you go to in Dominica?
I attended St. Mary's Academy. I am an alumnus of St. Mary's Academy, and then I have a very good Catholic education background from St. Mary's. I went up to the States to Holy Cross College, and then I did some courses at Notre Dame University, South Bend, Indiana. Finished up at Iona College, Christian Brothers education throughout. Then I did a little continuing education at Law University in New Jersey.
So, what are your educational achievements?
Educational achievements, well, you graduate. I have a degree in mathematics, I have a degree in psychology. I did some biotechnology work. As far as continuing education goes in the area of sports, I did some training with the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association and FIFA. Everybody knows about FIFA. And also skiing and tennis and the ITF, International Tennis Federation, and PASO, the Pan American Sports Organization in tennis.
What motivated you to enter the political arena?
There's a certain amount of cynicism in the politics in the country, and it is important to be able to raise political discourse, I believe. That was one of my motivation. The other thing is we need to engender in our people confidence in the political leaders and the political leadership in the country. So I'm trying to do that. We've been engaged in a lot of corruption, discussions of corruption in the country. The propensities exist across the board. We have to see if we can put certain things in place to kind of prevent us from going down that road again. And politics and politicians are supposed to be about serving the public good. I've entered the political arena to raise that awareness, raise that consciousness. Hopefully I can win and use my leadership in that respect.
Great. So you will be running up for the Mahaut constituency.
Correct.
It is quite large.
Correct.
We know. How well do you know your constituency?
Oh, very well. I know the constituency very well. I'm very involved in community life in Mahaut and in youth and sports development. So I know Mahaut pretty well. I have relatives all over the constituency. My mom is from Campbell. I spend a lot of my formative years in Campbell, so I know them pretty well. Warner hung out a lot with my youth friends, so I know Warner pretty well too, very young. One of my very good friends is from Warner. Layu Park, I don't know as well as I know the other places, but I'm very familiar with it, having gone up there a few times on the agricultural plantations and so on. Silver de Despo is connected to Campbell, so we know that pretty well. Kinfield is part of the West Coast. I have to tell you that being involved in this process has exposed me to areas like Yanda and Danawabin, where the needs for poverty alleviation is great. So I know the place pretty well. I'm getting to know it a lot better. I believe that the community has to be involved in the development. So I'm trying to be engaging as much as I can, walking around, meeting the people, and getting them involved in the process.
Our constituency appears to be a very strategic seat. How does the UWP party intend to hold on to this seat?
Alright, if we should win. Alright, the important, like I said before, right, it is important that we have a parent who understands that the people in the community need to be involved in the development process. If we can do that, if we can get them engaged, if we can motivate them to contribute their gifts, their talents, and their resources, I think strategically we will not have a problem in retaining the seat.
Yes, because what happened is why I asked that is, like, it was a very strong Freedom Party seat that we knew. And former parliamentarian Julian Prevo was able to assist Mahaut in a lot of ways, like for instance the market. And so we just want to have a good idea, you know, as you can really follow upon his footsteps and really hold something there for the people of Mahaut in the name of UWP.
Bringing development to the community and to the constituency shouldn't be a problem. Alright, I am a leader, I am innovative, I know how to take initiatives, and most importantly, I'm about the development of the people. You will hear me say this a lot because politicians are elected to serve the interests of the people. They have to be accountable to the people. The projects that are ongoing will continue. Alright, projects that are in the interests of massaging the egos of the power rep. If they have no interest in the community, they will stop. Alright, but you know, we have to be about bringing development to the people. We have to grow. This constituency is large, diverse. Every major sector in the country is represented in the constituency, and I will use my leadership to represent those interests.
Okay, you spoke about continuing projects. There might be a fear in some people, you know, that when new governments come into office, new parties, that they stop some of the programs that would already in place, you know, so people can feel open and free that, you know, that you're going to actually continue some of the projects that will actually be benefiting, not just because they were part and parcel of what the DLP was doing, but just because you know that they are community-based projects that will benefit the entire constituency.
That is one of the issues that has plagued Dominica over the years. We need to ensure the continuity of the policies, of the programs, of the projects, of the relationships that's going to work in the interest of the country, regardless of who comes to government. That is one of the issues why I entered into the politics, you know, because we are politically polarizing this country to the country's disadvantage. And we need to break this mold. We really need to break this mold and understand that governments are there to serve the people. Governments are not there to serve the party's interests. That is why we have a tendency to discontinue the projects to the benefit of the community. If we can focus on what the country and the development of the country is about, we should not be so myopic in our thinking.
Honorable Rayburn Blackmore said to be a man of few words, even in the community, and people seem to have a very people like you, you know. I mean, you could walk around the area and hear people actually talking about you. How do you think this is going to assist you in becoming victorious in the polls?
Well, hopefully the people will believe and have confidence in my ability to lead. When you walked in this morning, you saw the kind of positive energy that went with that. People are open enough to express to me their disagreements, their disappointments, their hopes, their dreams.